I just had to replace the oven igniter in our Kenmore Gas Range that we bought in the 1990s. The igniters last about 8 years, and they're kind of expensive to pay someone else to replace. So if you are a do-it-yourselfer type, this process will only take about 2 hours. These are the tools you will need, and the reason I mention massage or a hot tub is that when you're laying on the floor reaching underneath your stove, you're going to strain a few muscles. To get started, remove the drawer that holds the pots and pans at the bottom of the range by sliding it out over the nylon blocks on the rails. Then you want to clean the floor and under the side of the range with a vacuum hose. Then locate the 4 sheet metal screws pictured here and the heat baffle, and once you remove those, slide the baffle forward and away from the supporting clips at the rear of the range. After you pull out that baffle, you will see a second layer of metal with holes in it looking like this. Just leave that all together as one unit. The next task will be to take out the floor of the oven. After you remove the racks, you will see 2 thumb screws with slotted heads in the rear of the oven. Remove those, and then you can simply lift up the rear edge of that floor panel and slide the front edge backwards and out of the lintel that's holding it down. Once you remove the oven floor, you will see there's another heat baffle that's being held in place with only 4 screws along its front edge. You'll have to get your head in there and look straight down to find the screws. When that lower heat shield drops down, you will see that the shield pulls forward from 2 slots in the back of the compartment. Then you can see the 2 machine bolts that are holding the igniter to its bracket. Go ahead and unscrew those. Pull the connecting wires from the back of the compartment and the spade connector at the bottom of the automated gas supply valve. Then splice the new igniter into the wires, making sure you have enough length to allow the igniter to reach its bracket. Once the igniter is bolted back to its bracket, you can connect the spade connector to the valve and stuff the other wire into the back hull of the compartment. It's a good idea at this point to turn on the oven and make sure that the igniter is going to do its job. You are now going to reinstall all the heat shields in reverse order. When you reinstall this one, slide it into the slots at the rear, then a third hand will be needed to hold its front edge up from below until at least 2 of the screws have been secured from above. When you reinstall the floor of the oven, be sure that the holes in the clips for the bolts at the rear of the oven are lined up correctly. Then you can slide this heat shield in place into the clips in the back and screw the final screws in.